Hey, what up, Hurt? How much more word drama, dude? You just can't avoid it. It's so insane. What up, Hurt? Okay. All right. Should also do that. Capture all the windows. Game capture. Yeah, it's a weekly thing now with this. Jesus, dude. It's the same person, even. That's so ridiculous. I'll wait a couple minutes here for people to show up, maybe before I start doing things. I don't know how many people will show up for coding streams, but that's so fucked. Didn't you tell her? Am I fucking imagining this? I could have sworn you like told when you were talking about something. You told me that you were going to block, like you told me that you told her you were gonna block her. How did she not know? So messed up. Oh my god. I mean, I don't know. I guess I can kind of see being like, oh yeah, there's no way he's gonna actually block me. Yeah, what? This is just like another like she's like the just another coworker, right? Like she's not like a manager or anything, right? Or like a boss person. Yeah. So why the fuck? What's she calling you for anyway? What game is this, Hurt? What game is on screen? What are these purpley rocks? Well, I mean, at least you admitted you showed her before. Purpley rocks. I don't know. I'm thinking like maybe Lion King. Vector Man. I fucking don't. I literally have never even been on that stage in Vector Man. I probably, if I would have moved around, I might have got Vector. I don't know if he's that little bit at the bottom. That's probably Vector Man sitting there. I probably would have gotten if I would have moved all the way down there, but I did not. Oh, Green Line. We know this one. This one's easy. Don't know what part it is. Uh, I'm gonna say one because I think that color kind of looks like the shit where the lion's chasing you. Yeah, I fucking got this on lockdown still. This is one of the things I want to work on. So it's like I want this to be centered. So I'm not sure what I don't even know what the fuck I was doing when I made that like zoom out thing. Like I think I had tried to be making it center, but it just didn't work right. Because I don't know, it's like obviously shifted off to the one side really far. The other thing I want to work on today is these SNES, NES, Neo Geo, Genesis, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance things. Come on, you gotta know this one, Hurt. This one's fucking free. I've went ahead and made uh, graphics for those, so I want to put in these graphics into there so that they stand out a bit more. So that's kind of the goal for today. Looks like a Mario game. Well, you got that fucking right. Because it is. It's not 1-1. It's not 8-4. 4-2's 4-2? I don't think 4-2 has that in it. It has to be either like it has to be 2-1, 3-2, or 5-3. I kind of think 5 is a Dark World. So I don't think it's 5 either. Let's go 3-2. 5-3. Fuck. God, fuck you, game. It still says Reeves wins. You always win when you're when you're playing this game. Fucking Mario. All right, so yeah, so that's what we're doing here. So first off, I need to remember what the fuck I was doing when I'm drawing stuff. So we're gonna have draw server, draw game. Pretty sure draw server has draw game inside of it, right? Yeah. Oh my god. Alright, yes, this is a bunch of junk. I really should have all this shit separated out. This is like today is gonna be like showing you some of the worst code I've ever written, probably. Yeah, that was original Mario. It was real easy to tell. I'm kind of disappointed in you that you said it was Mario World. Dialogues list. Okay, so this is the bit. uh, current console count. Draw word box. Okay, yeah. So I think in here. I'm almost positive. I want to say that that is what is drawing in the console choice, right? That's the like bottom left bit, I think. Not the actual pop up. That's like this box at the bottom. Oh, maybe it is actually the pop up. Okay, good, sick. That's what we want. We want it to do the pop up first. Okay, so this is the thing we want to modify. This to do change. We also want to add I think probably a different setting section to this. So let's say these are like not updating, right? Yeah. Don't know why those are not updating. Guess because they're hidden behind the Visual Studios. Because I was like, that is not the name of this song. Let's just go image link, and then we have these up here. So we have a number, two numbers. So we want like something where it's like, I don't know, what are the choices? SNES. Is that the very first one I did? Yeah, the first one in the list is S. So let's like SNES. And then oh, it's supposed to be inside of a thing. And then this would be like 0, 7, 0:7. Which would be like SNES logo. 7. Left arrow fit 96. Yeah, so that's gonna be 0, 384. 160, 416. So that should make 07 should be the SNES logo. And this is in the right place. How? This is what we're actually looking for. Final dialogue map. Here we go. So then in here we have find dialogue map, and then we put the dialogue map in there. I could just reuse this, or I can make a new one. I could also just put these in here. I wonder if there's any downside to putting these in here. Because it's not like it reads any of that shit anyway. Except for the fact that it has SNES in it, which may be that problematic. This is... This is working backwards right now, though, right? Yeah, I actually can't put it in there. And I guess if I'm keeping the same, I probably should be consistent on how I'm doing this too. So I guess we're gonna do this. Excuse you, do not add random shit. This is not, even though it looks like JSON, it's not actually JSON. It's a bit more jank about it. Just some shit I put together that looks kind of like JSON, but it's kind of finicky. Okay, so yeah, I should just make a new one then. Let's get a definition, do a declaration. Dialog map. What did I call this? Image link. Image link. Image link. Image link. Image link back. And then it's pretty much the exact same thing. I should make this. I should not do this, but here we are. Image link. Sprites. Okay. And then let me just double check. Uh, 07 SNES. Yes, that's what I want. Okay, so that's the right stuff in there. Graphics. Literally exactly the same here, except image link map. I think the only place I'm going to be using this is in this one thing, right? Not sure, honestly, though. Image link list, that is very a misleading name. Should probably let's call that map. Link list is another thing in data storage, so okay. That to do. Draw sprite with array. So I'm not gonna need to adjust it all, right? Because it should be just the image in the thing. Let's start with that. Draw sprite. Underscore G. Oh yeah, I should also dot count adjusted word. There you go. So if they don't exist, it'll just draw the word. Otherwise, we make the center and the size exactly the same as this. Don't need alpha. And then the texture is gonna be. We don't have. What's up, Kanata? It's called Retro Guessr. I think I've talked about it before on stream. It's like GeoGuessr but with retro games. I'm just making some improvements to it for the charity marathon coming up next week. I don't really. I shouldn't. I should just freaking. If I'm gonna do this, I might just change this. Everything in here is gonna be that. I'll show it to you in a second. I can't build it right now because I'm literally chopping into the code right fucking now, so I literally can't build it. Do I actually have like, placeholder strings already, right? Maybe I don't. What about that? I was gonna say, it sounds like Castlevania, but I couldn't quite be sure. Let me see if that helps with the thing updating on its own. If that I don't even have. Do I have names for these? I don't have names for these. Layer subsection? Subsection? Good stuff. Out layer subsection. There. All right, so now that should do that, and then why are you what's happening right now? Oh, there we go. That was fucking weird. I was like, that's not. I didn't fuck with that, so that should not have been doing anything. Okay, back to here. Then we can just be like, image link map. Don't need a rotation. Everything else should be the same. I don't know this one. It's still not. I think the window has to be like just barely visible, or OBS isn't gonna update that thing. Is this it? Build. All right. So if you're still here, Kanata, buying no global artwork. It's not a string. Point 2D to vec 3D, vec 3D. If vector F. So this is the game, Retro Guessr. Let's see if that change we made works. But basically, you see a picture, and it works just like GeoGuessr, where you can like move around, and you have to like guess what like what game this is. In this game, the more you move around, the like less points you get, and then whoever has like the most points, that is subtracted. Like the difference between like their points and your points is subtracted from your health, that's the 50,000 that I have right now. Which I don't know if that's exactly how GeoGuessr works, but that's how this works. This is, yeah, I have no idea what this is right now. Did you get all that, Kanata? I like want to say it's like Lion King, but like the graphics are like so low resolution that I think it's an NES game instead. Because there's only like a couple colors on everything. Unless it's a Game Boy game. Maybe it's a Game Boy game, but this is like the colored version of it. Well, there's Super Nintendo flipped off to the side. We're close though. We're close. We just gotta adjust that. That's fucking hilarious that it's off rotated to the side. That's weird that it's rotated, even though maybe I should have not put -1. Maybe I was supposed to put 0 there. Let's do Lion King, even though I don't think that's it. Unless it could be game. Is there a Game Boy Lion King? No, there's not. Well, it was main event. It really was Lion King. But yeah, so there's the Lion King thing. That looks like crazy. I do not remember Lion King looking like that. But yeah, so that's the rough gist of things. Right now we're trying to change those like things in the bottom left that say like where you select which console you're guessing into to like have like a logo for the console instead, so they're kind of a bit more recognizable. What the hell? This is actually insane right now. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't go to that. Okay, that's 6. Use 0 as a value. Maybe it's just supposed to be -1. Let me try -1. Or not 0, I mean. Okay. So I think that probably fixed it, but I need to the positioning's different. UN Squadron. Plus, I'm thinking it's probably plus half 160, but I don't know why it didn't show half of it just a minute ago. Huh. Not there. Okay, that's strange. But yeah, when I do the... Oh, whoops, I changed alpha and I meant to change rotation. Whoops. Yeah, my bad. I changed the wrong thing. That's why it wasn't showing up at all. I was like, man, it should have shown up at this point. Yeah, so it's half off. Okay, so that is what I was expecting. Um, clean some of this up while we're going along here. Okay, Super Nintendo. Hey! And then I click on it and then it still says SNES down there, but that's fine. Okay, so next up, let's add the rest of these here. So these, if you didn't see them before, these are the logos that we got going on. Super Nintendo, Nintendo, Neo Geo, Genesis, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance. I made those by hand, kind of sort of tried to make them match the actual logos, but some of them look better than others. I think I did okay for the most part. The only one that I think actually looks super jank is the regular Nintendo one. Looks like, I don't know. I did something not great on that one. NES logo, Genesis, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Neo Geo. That should be all of them, right? Nintendo logo. That's an 8. Neo Geo. Neo Geo. That's a 9. Genesis. Genesis. Game Boy. Game Boy? Is there a space? I think there is actually a space. At least on the logo, it looks like there's a space. Okay, Nintendo logo. If you're wondering what these numbers mean, they're at the top left and the bottom right corners. $16. 160. Or 16. 160. 448. 448. It should always be the same amount difference here, but just double checking all of them anyway. Eight. 80. 480. This is wrong. What happened here? Genesis. Neo Geo. Oh, I started one off. 416. 48. 448. 480. 480. Genesis 512. Game Boy 512. And 544. 544. 576. 576. Okay, let's take a look. Popped it up. Reeves. Start. Don't know. That is just a gray fucking line. Oh, I didn't add that to the other. I need to add it to the other thing. I need to add to this bit. 7. Put a comma there. 7. Can you not do that? I'd really like you not to auto adjust my shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 11, 12. And then GBA, Game Boy, Genesis, Neo-Geo, and then NES. NES. There we go. Now it should do the thing. Hey, kind of. There's an extra blank here? Hey, is there always just an... Did I always have an extra blank there? Oh, yeah, I guess I did, because these have an extra blank, too. So those are just, like, deselect, I guess. This is a fighting game. God, this is one of those games fucking Trop recommended, I think. Neo Geo Art of Fighting? Karuta Tudo's Dojo. Neo Geo Fatal Fury. God damn it. I knew it was a fighting game. Okay, so we have that all working. So now we just need to come in here and get this. There should be a extra word box, right? That's just the box at the bottom. Console. Current game. I feel like it would be up here with this, right? Ah, okay. This must be the one that this is that right there. That's the one that's drawing the current console, right? Yeah. So that's the one. That is the box we want to mess with. So that one, it's literally the same thing. We just take that. This is actually the same, right? Except there's no display position. Size. Oh, this part's different. This should just be. Hey, what's up, Drek? This should just be nothing, because that's his display position is 0, right? So should just be that. Hey, there we go. Look at that. All right, good stuff. I mean, I guess in theory I could make this work for all of the things, but I don't want to. Feel like it would take forever to like make a logo for every single fucking thing. It does look a lot fucking nicer though with the logos, right? Compared to the like just the black box with text. Like the logo looks so much better. Maybe I should at least do it for the names of the games. And not maybe not the stages. I don't know. That would take so it's gonna take so long. Even if I just do the names of the games, like there's I forget. God, there's like 100. How many games are there in this right now? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19. I don't know why I'm counting up here. There's literally a fucking file that has the count of all of them in here. 19, 40, 60, 80, 103, 109, 113, 119. 119 individual games in this. So, yeah. That's okay. That wasn't actually that bad. I thought that would take me a little longer because it's been a while since I worked on this, so like a lot of the stuff I don't even fucking remember coding. The next bit I want to work on is actually gonna be much harder though, so let me show you guys. Basically, whenever you like clear a stage, so you have your stuff here. Like there's your map. Oh, we know this game. It'll zoom out and like kind of try to center it. But like sometimes it like this one worked pretty good actually. Like that's pretty much as center as you can. Although it's annoying that there's like you can see the line breaks between the pieces. which I don't really like. But like it doesn't do that every time. God damn, of course another time where it worked right. But yeah, see here it's like it's not really centered. What's up, Psychvault? And so I'd kind of like this like zoom out thing to work a little nicer than it does right now. Which I guess maybe it's just like off by half a screen. Maybe I just need to add half a screen width to it to make it go to the right place. Maybe that's all it is. No, see, this one's way off. I'm pretty sure there's shit. You couldn't fucking move. Like I'm pretty sure there was stuff down the bottom off screen. What are we doing here? I'm working on my Retro Guessr. Which is this is pretty much it's like Geo Guessr but with retro video games. This is like one of the games we play during the charity marathon. I like do this. So it works pretty similarly, I think. I don't play like a ton of Geo Guessr, so I actually don't know. Maybe it's not that maybe the like gameplay's not that similar. But you know, it's the basic gist of it is the same where you have like here's a screenshot. You can move around and you have to try and figure out what you're looking at right now. Like I know what this is. I don't know if you know what this is. And then there's like a list of consoles that you can choose from, a list of games, and then a list of levels inside of those games that you can choose from. And whoever moves the least during their guesses scores the most points, and everybody else loses health equal to the difference between their points and the like highest scoring person. By the way, this is Golden Sun. At the Venus Lighthouse. Fucking got it. Fucking easy. But yeah, so I just added. So the thing I just did. I mean, you're coming in. You know, we're an hour into stream. I just added these little like logo things, which I think make this look a lot nicer. Before they were all just like this text. So I don't know. These logos look like way nicer, and they make me want to make logos for like all of the games. But that's so much fucking effort. Because the logos like look so much better than just like plain text. But the next thing I want to do right now, whether I do that logo thing or not, is when you like make a guess. Well, after normally when you're like making a guess, like everybody has to make the guess and then the winner's announced. But since I'm the only one playing, it'll just like automatically zoom out. But like sometimes the zoom out is weird. Although I guess it's okay. Maybe I kind of tried to fix this, but like see there, I like feel like it should be centered instead of like it's off to the side. I don't actually know that that's like the entire what is this? High Seas Havoc Mount Bernardo Act 1. Let me see if this is actually the entire image too. Also kind of annoys me that you can see the chunks of the image because the image is like broken down into separate sub images, and I don't like that there's those little like one line fucking gaps all over the place. So I might try and fix that too. Either way. Game Guessr, graphics, Genesis, High Seas Havoc, Mount Bernardo. I don't have the full image here. Of course I don't. Because why would I? It actually makes sense that I won't, because I have it cut up. BG maps. Genesis. High Seas. High Seas Havoc. Mount Bernardo. Act 1. Yeah, no. So this is not like the entire image. There's more over to the right that you can't see right now. So yeah, it didn't align it perfectly to the center. It's off by like one whole image, I think. Maybe even more than that. 2 whole images? Like almost it's almost off by exactly what's missing from the left side, I think, actually. Let's see if we can... I don't remember how. There's a way to, like, I want to force that stage to keep coming up. Bike shedding? What is bike shedding? Is that what you've been doing instead of coding? Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is literally what I was like. I think I have some commented code that's like that. So we want 0, 1, 2. I have never heard that term before. That's weird. Why is it called bike shedding? Also, I don't think that those are necessarily less important. I think visuals are nice. Like I don't think it's necessarily bad to make your game look nicer. Seven. Those are bad examples. Also, I wouldn't say I'm spending a like an inordinate amount of time on small stuff because the main part of the game is done already. Like we've played this game like many times. So there's really not much I mean I could add like, you know, sub game modes if I wanted to where it's like only Super Nintendo games or something. But three. Law of Trivialities? Law of Trivialities I feel like I've heard of before, but sorry, I forgot. I opened up the image in like the same thing where that's playing, so suddenly the audio was gone. or the like name of the song was gone. Sounds like he knows. I mean, you're bringing up laws and shit. What language am I writing in? This is written in C++. I need to. I don't really need. The only thing I need to do here, as long as I guess Genesis, it defaults to one. There's no real single player, so this is just like a jank thing. Yeah, see, okay, so it must take into account, I'm taking into account, like, the player's position or something, and, like, not adjusting it right. Because this time the other side's, like, the wrong side. The language of the truly godless. Oh, you know, it's chill. He makes games for a living? Goddamn, John. Good for him. It's absolutely not chill. I don't know which of us you're lying to. I think it's chill. So, I mean, I'm lying to myself. This part is fucked. I hate everything about this right now. This is some fucking jank-ass fucking code I wrote that I don't remember how any of it works. To, like, zoom out. Yeah, because this is the code that's zooming it out, I'm pretty sure. Not in there. I'm pretty sure it's this. This code right here is what's zooming it out. So this is the shit I gotta fuck with to make it work. And so presumably that's why it's offset, but how do I don't even know how I fucking fix that. Because I take into the position the player's in. Which I thought when I was like zooming out, you can even kind of see it, right? Like okay, so I'm over here. Let's go. At least so you can see that. See, it like it changes position when it zooms out. Like I feel like that position change is trying to go to the center. Maybe it just doesn't make it in time. So maybe I shouldn't fuck with this, and I should instead fuck with wherever I'm updating that position on map. And make it move faster or something. Unfinished. I just feel like that's not right either. Where the fuck do I do this? Let me just see. So I think this is where I set where I want it to go to. Da-na-na-na-na. New position wanted equals big number, tiny number. 11838 and 671. So yeah. Let me make sure. 11838. 11838. 11838. 11838. 11838. Yeah, so that's not changing at all. It's going down. That's initializing it. Yeah, so this is changing. So I think this somewhere, what the fuck? This is the thing that's updating. That's like making us move to wherever we want to move to. What are you packing for? You moving to a new house or something? You left down up. Taking a rare weekday off for travel. Nice. So you going on vacation or something then? So this is pushing new position wanted towards these values. by this value. But are these just wrong? Maybe these are what's fucked up. Am I winning? Oh, yeah, I mean, kind of, Stu. Look at my sweet fucking pictures I got for the consoles now on my Retro Guessr game. I don't know if you've seen this before, Stu. Like, see, I got sweet logos now instead of shitty text like over here. It's very picky. You just have to make sure you do what you're supposed to do. Just don't misuse things. Yeah, exactly. Just do the thing right. Let's see what happens if I just crank this up. I should actually selected the wrong thing, because if you select the wrong thing, you can do it again. Can't teach if you're AI. Yeah, that's what's holding me back. They know the truth. That's because it mostly is. Do you lose points for moving? Yes, you do. The way this is a multiplayer game, too. If you don't, so I explained it before. I'll explain it again. Probably explain it another time. But this is the Retro Guessr game I've been working on for a while that I like play during the charity marathons and stuff. So I like wanted to work on it a bit since another charity marathon's coming up. So generally it's 2 to 8 players or whatever. You have to you want to move as little as possible because your score for the round is lower the more you move. And the amount of health you lose is based on the difference between your score and the highest person who scores. So, if the other person doesn't move and I move, I don't know, half as much of, the total amount of points available, I'd lose, half of the points available from my life, the 50,000 points. And once you hit 0, you're out. Yeah, I played this a bunch of times on stream. Bunch of times. It's come quite a long way, actually. I'd be out so fast. Dude, you just gotta know the retro games. Jesus, this map is so fucking long. I was like, oh, I'll just go to the left side of the map. 10 fucking years later. I'd say Pokemon every time, and you'd be right. You know, 1 out of 100. Maybe it is just. I think it is just not making it to the point. So this is right, kind of, although it's still off by whatever that black half of that black margin is. So I think the problem is just that there's not enough time with how fast I'm moving the screen until the like round actually ends. So maybe instead of this being 2, I wonder if I just up this to 4, if that'd be enough. No, not with Llama. I played this with Trop and Zebra and Hurt and who else? I don't know. Super, like all the charity marathon people. Yeah, see, that's not enough. How low does this go? How often does this update? Maybe a better option would be to have more steps between these two. 16. Shit, there's a fucking shit ton of steps. How did you code the scoring just by using position? I'm not sure. Do you mean, are you asking how the scoring actually works, or specifically what the code is? So basically the way it works is, hold on, I'm almost at the point where I need to be at here. I'll explain it after I, like, look at this number. One, two. Okay, so this goes way below 0.5. So I actually kind of think what I should do is I should have a bunch more steps between the smallest shift value and the largest shift value. And I should just make the largest shift value larger, even. Although maybe it wouldn't matter. So here's how the scoring works. Score. Basically, for each of there's the 3 things at the bottom, right? So there's the console, the game, and the level. You get points for each of those selected correctly, just straight up. Then your score is adjusted based on how many times you move. So move count, like, increments by 1 every time you move, like, 1 tile. So the more you move, the lower your score value is going to be. Because this starts at 250 over 250, and as move count increases, that number is going down. Once you get really high, then I'm like, all right, well, fuck you. You like your score is going super in the tank because you moved way too much. Doesn't matter if you move back to OG position. Every time you move at all counts against you. So like, it's not keeping track of how much of the map you necessarily have uncovered. It's just keeping track of each individual move. So like, that's one move. That's two moves, even though I only saw 2 tiles. Which maybe it'd be interesting to like do a thing where it like lowers your score based on total percentage of the map you've seen. But that's a lot more complicated to make, and I coded all of this is coded like the first version of this I made really fucking fast. So that's why it's like fucking hobbled together. Um I should actually, though, something I should work on, now that you mention that, not that, but now that you're talking about the coding thing, I should have some visual indicator on how close you're getting to this, like, the threshold of your score really being fucked because you've moved too much. Because right now, you don't see this in the game at all. There's just kind of like you're moving, and then it's like, once you move past 250, you get 1% of whatever your score is. So I mean, if you guessed everything right, instead of getting 10,000 points, you'd get 100 points. Mine is move count. It's actually even worse than that because it's actually going even lower. Your score might as well be non-existent. Going down into negative numbers. Yeah, let's actually add a to-do there. Let's to-do there. Add the to-do. Adjust the scoring system and make it visual. So we'll do that. Right, back to where we were, because I do think we have this thing with the other stuff done. So let's say if NZL is less than 1, this will equal 16, else shift value equals. Starts at 16 and goes down. So if I do like NZL divided by 8, it would start at 2, which is the shift value I have normally. And then, but it's going the wrong way is the problem. Because when this number gets lower, then the shift value is going to be lower. We want the shift value to get higher when the number goes down. So we want something more like that. But the problem with this is now it's too big when it hits at this. We just cut it off straight up. Let's see what this looks like. Assuming this actually works the way I think it does. It still feels kind of fucking weird though, right? Like when it zooms out, it's just not. Like, I feel like that this is all fine, but then it gets to this point where it's just like sliding straight across, and that I don't like that part, that bit. I'd actually kind of like if it's like it's moving at a constant speed in one direction until it hits like let's say if it hits its target in the X direction, then the X just stops moving. I'd kind of like it to be like more of a vector thing where it moves less on like the shorter direction each time than the longer direction, so that it moves like in a line towards where it's going instead of like at a perfect diagonal. Which is harder to code. Also, we're still. Let me try and fix that other thing too, right? Because yeah, just when zooming out at the end of the round, you can't move at diagonals when you're like controlling it. When you're controlling it, well, I mean, I say you can't move at diagonals, but it's like, of course, I have fucking purple. Like it does the same thing when you're moving diagonal, but you have like a different width and a height, like on your screen. Because the amount of space you can see is twice as wide as high, so it just the left and right movement is longer than the up and down movement. I mean, I could make those the same too, I guess. I don't have any reason not to, but I don't. I don't know. For whatever reason, this doesn't bother me as much as the thing at the end of the round when it's zooming out. Maybe it's because you're not controlling it. Like, that just bothers me when I see that fucking moving like that. I could also just make it move faster, too. And then you wouldn't see that, because it'd still be zooming out, but... Yeah. So, like, ideally, what I like, when it's moving out, I want it to, like, move out, like the target point that it's going to, I want it to go, like, at an angle towards it. Instead of, like, right now it goes at a, whatever, a 45-degree angle always to whatever is the closest axis. And then once it hits that axis, it stops moving along that axis and just moves straight along the other axis until it gets to the point it's going for. So, like, this one's like super noticeable because it's like a long, thin stage. If it's a square stage, you don't notice as much because it's a square stage. So there's more chances for you to be somewhere where like it's not as apparent. But this one, if I start all the way in like the left side, it's super noticeable. Also, I don't know. Does this need to be? I also want to fix this too. Plus, is it plus half of this? Is that gonna shift it over? Hold up, coding stream. Yeah, coding stream. What up, Lelouch? Your dreams are finally coming true. Yeah, see, I don't think that mattered. Oh, whoops. Should this be Gen... The current level image size is the actual, like, number of screens, not the actual size of the screens. Minus 10. Why did it go the wrong way? All of the sub images are the same size. I don't know. This is weird. I feel like this should be changing where this is going to. Yeah, it definitely does. Yeah, what the fuck? Why? What the fuck was happening? I don't understand. Am I fucking losing it right now? How many of these are there? Well, actually, I have the original image. How big is the original image? Uh, doesn't say. 12 says 1239, but that doesn't seem right. Copy image. Eleven 883. 11 883. Should make it do a 360 when zooming out. That'd be tricky because it's made up of sub chunks, so I'd have to rotate each sub chunk and then like also rotate them individually. $6144. That's not right. Oh, but the sides get cut off. So it actually probably is right. I know what you mean, Stu. I know what you mean. Do the sides get cut off? I don't think the sides get cut off in this one, because this one's... What's up, Detonate? That'd be pretty cool. Oh, maybe I'll put it on the to-do list, but that's probably asking a bit too much right now with the way the code is. It's one of the Discord homies. What's up, Discord homie? Current level image size. Uh, yeah, 1-1. What consoles are on here? There are these consoles. Yeah, close, yeah. Those consoles. Those are the ones I just added all the images for, too. That was the first thing I did on stream today. I added those into the thing instead of the plain text. Well, it's a bit harder. I can't... Because the way I wanted it to work, it doesn't really work too well with 3D games. So... Because then you're really just looking at an image of the game, and then it's kind of just like, you know, picture guesser. I lost where we were. Yeah, so by default, this is 1. So I'm pretty sure that's right. I need this game in RuneScape format. Yeah, so that's the same thing. Those all should be set in stone. Just doesn't make sense. Right? So if I do this... Print screen. Yoink that. Oh, sorry, I still have the other thing up, don't I? My bad. Hey, Sprite. Get out of there. $34. 544. Yeah, so I feel like if I added 544, it's pretty close to 512. It should like be like centerized, but instead it does the opposite of what I'm expecting it to do. Except it's only the opposite if... Yes, this is actually... Maybe I'm thinking about this wrong. This is probably the camera position. So it's probably the other way around. That's what's going on. Okay, but how do I find out this number? When it's zoomed out... Oh, I'm actually this is just like a I'm not controlling the music right now. It's just a radio channel on YouTube. So unfortunately, I do not. I hear you're a Mega Man speedrunner. I have been known to do Mega Man speedruns, yes. I just started de-rusting Donkey Kong Country too. I don't know if you were here yesterday at all. Yeah. I got through like half of the stages. The first half, the easy half. Kinda. I mean, there's a couple hard stages in the first half. What do we decide? How much? What's the value here? Get rid of this too. I think I know what I need to do here. Learning the run or just playing? I mean, I already know. I've done runs of DKC2 in the past already. I'm de-rusting, as in like I'm like making sure I can do all the tricks and stuff. Going for a new PB? Yes, that is exactly what I am doing. I'm gonna beat it. You gonna beat my PB? Dude, good luck. Good luck. Maybe it's just... That's the number. That's the magic number. I'm going for Hairman World Record. Dude, I would love it if you went after Hairman World Record. That would make my day. Give me a reason to go back to that game. Okay, so that number... 1224. Gonna have to study it, yeah. Why do I subtract? See some things here. That minus 64 seems kind of arbitrary. I got on Helldivers the other day and forgot the mechs were even on it. They they just like toned down some of the like higher end shit apparently. Like yesterday or something. I don't know if you saw that. This should be 512. Yeah. Basically in like the higher difficulties, Bile Titans and Chargers were spawning like in super huge numbers. We kind of had it the other day when we were playing, where there'd be like, there'd be a spawn and there'd be like fucking 8 Chargers. So apparently now there's like less of that. I don't know how much less. So, so this is like how far in it zooms. Five bile types. A shit ton of like anything really sucks. It's kind of like, what are you gonna do, right? I mean, that makes sense. I don't. I don't know how to figure out how much that gap is at the end. Because I know what the scale is. Which I guess, if you know what the scale is, I could know like how big each 1024 by 1024 thing is. But I don't. That doesn't help me like know how far off the side of the screen it is. I don't think. I heard flamethrower got a huge buff. I don't know about huge. It got a buff. Because okay, that's a convenient number. Yeah. So if I do like 1024 times that, then I know that each of the things are 85 at the end of the day. Let me see if that's true. See if that's true, actually. That is nice of them. I agree. It's gonna be kind of sad though that the whole like shooting out their legs thing is gone though, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah. So they're all 85 by 85. Oh, I see what's going on. The problem isn't I see. This is an art problem. This isn't like it's not that like part of it's not centering. It is centering. There's just this this stage has like a big black chunk on the right side of one of the images. And so since I didn't make the left side have a black chunk, it doesn't when it centers, the left side is all the way on the left edge and that black edge is all the way on the right edge. So I actually don't know if I can fix this. The way to fix this is that I need to know that black edge, which I kinda do. Uh, set server setup. Yeah, because this loops through. I don't keep track of any of it though, so. And I don't know I'm not necessarily gonna hit that black spot. So yeah, I think this is actually something I can't fix. The way to fix it would be to redo the code that generates the levels and make it so that it puts the black bars evenly on each side. Because so, let me show you what I'm talking about here. Just so that you know I'm not fucking just saying shit so I don't have to fix it. So this image is like the left side of that map. So you see how like the image goes like it goes all the way to the left side, right? So this is the 1024 by 1024 block for like the top left corner. But on the right side, there's just like a giant black gap where the because the 1020 it doesn't fit in the 1024 because there just wasn't like that spot of the texture. So that's why it looks like it's not aligning in the center. But really it is. It's just you're seeing this black spot on the side. And same with when it looks like it's like not centered like vertically, it's cuz there's a black border like along the edge of all of the bottom ones. And so the way to fix this would be that originally when I was doing all these, I should have made this be like over there, and then every single map is shifted off that far. But I'm not gonna go back and go through all of it. It takes a long time. It takes a while to do. Like I've done hundreds of these stages, so yeah. Oof, indeed. What about adding an even black ring around it? What do you mean? I mean, if I added a black ring around every single thing, then there'd be a black ring around the black side too, right? And if I did it where it was just like, oh, well, I just put the black around like the outer edge of like the furthest blocks, then I'm cutting away part of the stage. And I don't really want to do that either. I'd rather all of the stage be there and then it's gonna misalign, and I'm gonna constantly like think about that, how it doesn't line up right. Fix it in 2.0. Yeah, well, honestly, I mean, technically I can still fix it. I could on startup check every single image and see how much black space is on the edge of an image, and then I would know to like realign it based on that. But I don't really want to do that right now, so I'm not going to do that. I think that's going a bit too far for what it's worth. There's no like failsafe here for if your score is beneath less than 0, which seems strange. I mean, I'm sure you could do it in an emulator. Like you can write Python scripts and stuff in BizHawk, so I'm sure you could do it. You could make it in that. You'd have to that would take like an enormous amount of time because every game's like programmed differently, right? So unless the game is like literally like you also have like all the normal code running, like that's gonna take forever to like make it so that you're able to move around without actually having to play the game. I don't like this. I think I did math wrong here too. I think I was thinking that this was 1,000, but it's way worse than that. This is actually like just this code is like not right. Like this is a bad design right now. You actually gain a little bit of points, I think, if you go one extra step at 250. Like if you counted how many moves you made. Oh no, no, you don't. As soon as you hit 250, you're at negative numbers. Never mind. Which is still bad. Like this is just this is wrong. I just shouldn't be doing this. I must have updated this already once, because this is strange. This actually, this top one, this goes like basically all the way down to 0. Like the bottom number here is 40. That's the lowest value that can happen in this. Like if I'm gonna give him a negative number, I should just make it like negative, like whatever, however many move counts past 250, right? You actually do that, right? And then this will actually go all the way from 10,000 to 0, and then into the negatives. What that number do that, like, how fast it moves? What do you mean? The number I was changing before? The shift value? So this is how, basically how many pixel units it's shifting around. So the higher this shift value, the more pixels it moves. So if I wanted it to move super fast, I just make this number very big. All this is really doing is changing the, like, camera position. What's making it move one way then stop? So what happens is, so this is the shift value, right? So this is how many, like, pixels, air quote, is moving. And so whatever new position wanted is like your, basically like the where I want the camera to move to from wherever it is. So I just shift that over based on this value, one way or the other. So it moves until these are called, these are misleading names. So this is called full width and full height, but really it's half width and half height, not full width and full height. So these two values are like the middle point in the image, the full image. So all it does is like, oh, am I greater than the middle point or am I less than the middle point? Go the opposite direction in shift value distance. So if it's like, oh, I'm less than the half width, I'll move plus, 2 or 4 or 8 or 16, depending on how far out or in it's zoomed. I mean, that's one way to imagine it, yeah. What's up, Josh? Streamer coding world record when? I don't know. But here, I'll show you on that. So it's like, got this up here. So we have like, we have this giant image. Right? That's inside of another image, yeah. And so right now our camera position is like in the center of this. But really we want our camera position to be up here. So that thing is like getting this value and just moving the camera's position towards that value that's up here. But it's moving it at a constant value in both the X and Y axis, which is why it'll go all the way to like one coordinate, stop, and then keep going the other way. Really, what I should be doing to make it smooth is that I should be moving at like a vector like a unit vector direction towards it, so that it moves a partial distance up and a partial distance right based on the angle between the two. Um, but I didn't code that because coding it this way is much easier, so I didn't do it that way. But that would make it fix that other problem. Which maybe I'll change that. It's really not that hard to do it the other way. I was just, like I said, I did throw this together very, very fast when I first made it, so it's kind of like I've been building on like trash the entire time. Okay. So now after it moves 250, at 250 it'll be 0, at 251 it'll be negative. So there's still negative values, then it's just going up by 1 each negative value. What I want to do is make this visible on screen somehow. Which maybe we have a bar. Sorry, I didn't realize H Sprite was still up there. Maybe we have some sort of bar that, like... I don't know, something that's like this, and... bar that's like this, and then, when you're... as you're moving, the bar would... God damn it. Double click. There you go. This would, like, go down as it's getting, like, as the moves are being used up until it hit the red, and then the red indicates, like, you're in the negative values. Although I don't know what happens when the red goes down. Maybe I make the red start the other way and then slowly fill up as you're moving away more times. I like that. I think that's what we'll do. How much space do I have in a player's box? Because I'm thinking I'm putting it up where the player's name is and stuff. Because we have that... I don't know how to... Yeah, we have, like, that size to work with. And I kind of want to make that look nicer anyway, because right now it's just a bunch of boxes. I think this is, like, the next thing that could look visually more pleasing. So we have 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. So we need 4 more than that. 1, 2, 3, 2. We have maybe that amount to work with, 148 pixels. Just over by 4 of those, so we'll probably just cut those 4 off. And give it some black space on each side. $144. Doesn't work into 250 very well, though. Maybe we go to, instead of 251, we give them 288. And then it's every other move count lowers this by one, and we can have kind of like a chunking system going on here. Uh, Actually, get rid of this. Zoom real the fuck in here. Please. I don't know how well this will show up on everyone's screen, because it is a pixel wide. You do something like that. Something like that, and then each time you move, it takes one chunk of these away. I don't know how hard that's gonna be. And then once this goes like all the way down, instead of having it like, you know, do whatever, we just have we do that, and then we just start filling it up by one every time they move. And if you move more than filling up the entire bar again, then, you know, that's your own fucking fault and you've moved too much. Yeah, I mean, at that point, you've moved, like, this is we're doubling it now, right? So 144, so it's 288 movements to get rid of all of these, and then another 288 to fill it up all the way. Oh, that's weird as shit. I could hear, like, I could hear like something rattling there. I don't know what the hell it was. It must have been my chair, because like when I moved my chair, it stopped doing it. But I like thought it was coming from my like entertainment stand. Okay. Movement count 289. So when it gets to 288, this will be 0. Hopefully there's nothing wrong with sending a round score of 0. I don't think there should be. Yeah, I think it should be fine. We'll have to double. Well, I should definitely double check to make sure that sending a score of 0 to everybody is fine. Because before that was not a possibility, and I don't know if that was if I had some jank in there. There was a reason why I had it that way. Okay. Next up, though, we're adding more. I'm using this thing a lot now. Holy shit. Or oh, it automatically put those commas there. I was wondering. I was like, I don't remember putting those commas there. Health bar, score bar, move bar. Bottom. Once again, you guys can't see any of that. Not that it really matters. I'm gonna shift this over just in case you want to be able to see that one. I didn't realize I had that still up here. If you're curious what's going on over here with these numbers, this is how I load images into my stuff. So I'm using arrayed textures. So basically, I have instead of having like a bunch of individual textures that I have to swap in and out whenever I want to load textures, I have a three-dimensional array of textures. They load in like slices, essentially. And if I want to draw something from one of them, I just say like, oh, draw from layer 0. These sub things are basically like sub textures inside of the textures where I say, oh, I only want to draw the right arrow, which is at 0, 1, and then this is the position of the arrow, and it like only draws the arrow, and I don't have to like mess around with the IJ coordinates of anything or whatever. So basically it makes texturing like a little bit easier that I have it set up like this. Of course I still had to fuck with texturing. I like all of this, I coded it to work this way. But ideally, if I wanted to, like, you know, let's say I was like, oh, I didn't really like the size I used for the Nintendo logo, I could change these values, make the Nintendo logo bigger, and then it would still just draw the Nintendo logo in the same space with the, like, texture adjusted the way it's supposed to be so that it would be, like, same size when it gets drawn to screen, but the, like, you know, the new bigger logo would get drawn instead. Just, you know, put in the position it was in before. I've never had to do that, but I could do that if I wanted to. 512, 64, 512. 64. 656.72. That's not right. I mean, it's kind of right, but it's not right, right? Because this is still 512.72, yeah. The bottom bit was the part that was correct, though. 80. Green bar top, green bar bottom. 512.96. 6. Oops, put that the wrong thing. 96. This is 656. And then Y is 104. Hold up. Did I do these wrong? It's XY, XY. XY, XY. XY. Then they all start at 512. And end at 656. 104, 112. There we go. I think I did that right. Okay. Then draw player names. Let's get rid of A Sprite for a bit. Draw player names and we're only drawing the bar for you because we don't know the other people's movements. Although it would probably be pretty cool to have the bar show up for everybody. Maybe I should may add the movement thing to like the networking code. Okay. What's the easiest way to figure out which one is you? Game guesser. Game guesser. Game guesser. Player name should be the current player's name. Yeah. So I have player name. I guess I can do a comparison with player name. Less server. I have some kind of code in server. Get player ID. Which actually uses, which does exactly what I would have just been doing. Okay, yeah. Let's see these. All right. Server. E. PID. So name to draw, when name to draw equals PID, that should be the current player. And oh yeah, so I actually don't want the round score being -1 is bad. Yeah, so I definitely don't want a round score of -1. Not round finished or oh, I guess this other bit is what's is fixing that, right? So I think in here is where I want to put the other draw. Right? So if it's in here, because this is drawing the actual score once you've gotten a score. Zero and green 13. 0, 13. We're just going to do 13 for now. We're not going to worry about the other things quite yet. Mm, 44 is what we decide the entire thing is, right? Yeah, 144. 144. No character position. Let's take a look, see where this draws this at. Offset by the left side, but pretty much on point on the height. Maybe a little bit too high. 144.16. Not sure about that 6 there. That might be half Y that we're after. Still off by a couple pixels. Not by much, though. Good luck with your point bar. Thank you. Are you heading out? Oh, okay. Yeah, I just it's an odd amount, so it just doesn't. Yeah, boy, sleepy time. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do this and then wrap it up for the night. I imagine I won't spend too much more time on this. I just gotta like align this shit up right. 10. So if it was 2 to the right, it'd be 8. So it needs to be 6 to the right. Where does this magical 6 come from? How does... Because it's like, this is 6 off too. Half character position? $156 is the size of the name box. That's where it comes from. That makes sense. There. Now I'm not using magical numbers on that side, at least. Okay, there's our top half. Basically, cut that in half. Yeah, cut that in half size-wise. Make that 14. Okay. I mean, it's kind of hard to... It's there. I am assuming on stream it's probably like hard to see because of the compression and stuff. Because it's like literally single pixel wide things. Okay, now do we have move count here? Yes, we do. So move count. How goes it? I'm failing super hard at an OOT right now. It's going good. The other thing I wanted to try and fix, I realize, is actually an issue with the way I'm making the like images. So I can't really fix it easily without like just remaking all of the images. So I just gave up on it. Right now we're adding some visuals for like how far you moved. which will probably be the last thing I do for the night here on stream. I just gotta figure out how I'm doing this. So from top bar. Half move count? Except it'd be -1, right? Or +1. Because we wanted to remove the first one. This is the tricky bit. Let me just see. I can't remember if these are. Oh god, I have other things I have to put in here. It's fucking one. Got so many fucking extra parameters. I think it's 0 to 1, right? And then it's gonna be like half as big. No. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is actually the full value. So if I do 72.4. No. What the fuck? Hmm. How do these things work? I don't know if I can remember how I was doing this. Oh, it's clipping based on the actual positioning. Fuck. God, I made these I should have coded differently. That's a pain in the ass. The better option, I guess, would be to I'll just. No, I can't do that because then I still have to adjust it. Fuck. Didn't do the code right. I know. I just didn't do it right. That's the problem. We've been over this before. I just didn't do it right. Make sure that this actually works how I think it works. It worked the right way in the Y, but not the X. I'm working on my Retro Guessr game. Do. You guys just underestimating the power of light mode. Doesn't that make it all the more amazing that I'm able to code the way I am? There you go, look, you can see it. Do you guys see it? It's doing it. It's doing the thing. The bars are moving down. My room's like completely lit. What are you talking about? It's not like just my Visual Studios is bright. Everything is bright. God, it's absolutely insane that people actually use this many movements when they were guessing the games. All the more reason to have it on dark mode? No, I disagree. Visual Studios matches my room lighting. Hey, who's the one making a sick Retro Guessr game here? Me or you? Maybe you too would have your own sick Retro Guessr if you'd be using light mode. 284. That's not right, is it? 285. Oh, no, wait, there's more. So, okay. 286. Never mind, that is right. 287. 288 would be 0. Okay. $13 and $14. Hoping my shitty 87 argument. Remember he was out here restreaming Leiluch's Discord stream? Yeah, that's exactly what's happening here. It's not me coding at all. This is just I'm just overlaid on top of his coding right now. Subtracanus. What am I breaking now? I'm adding a visual representation of when your score gets very bad. It's not broken yet because I haven't put it in yet. It doesn't break until I actually put it in and then start to use it. So we have to wait until I put it in, then it'll break. We want to start this at 288 minus. Is this what we want to do? So then that number will get smaller as movement count is getting bigger. This is a game I have been working on for a while that I do like. I play with other people on stream and during charity events and stuff. Here, give you a. Actually, you know what? We should actually change this around too. We can unlock the. We don't need this locked into where it's locked into anymore. No, it's C++. So this is basically GeoGuessr, but with retro games instead. So you come in here, and you have like a screen you can move around on. Gee, I wonder what game this is. And then you gotta figure out what game it is based on moving around. And so ideally, you want to move less because you get more points. Up until now, I've played this a bunch on stream. There's been no like visual indicator of like how many points you have gotten, which is why I'm adding this like green bar that goes down as you're moving more. Did not go back up. Two 286. Okay, that did not work quite how I was expecting it to work. I guess I would have just... I guess just with that, it's going to start counting up, right? Adjust value is small. I guess I didn't need to actually do the second subtraction. No, I'm not working on Resbot. Oh, yeah, but anyway, so yeah, you go in here and you select whatever game you want. And then it's like, oh, there's the level. And so there's a bunch of different games. But you guess basically console. This probably Super Nintendo 2, and then game, and then like stage in game. You get points for guessing the console right, the stage, the game right, and the stage right, and then like that score is lowered based on how little you move, or it's lowered based on how much you move. So the more you move, the lower the score goes. On the car? Does it look like a car? What car are we talking about right now? This is a multiplayer game also. So generally you don't play... This isn't like single player. Like you're up against other people. You have like a health value, which is that's the 50,000 number. So you want to keep your health above 0. When they like score higher than you, you lose health equal to the difference between your score and their score. No, I think I was right before, right? Because I want it to be 288 to start with, because that's the entire thing, and then it slowly shrinks until it's 0, and then that would be the bar filling back up. I think I was right the first time. There had to have been some kind of other bug that was causing this not to work, right? Feel free to call out the name of the game you see on the screen when it pops up. Prove that you're a true gamer. Okay, Stu. Calling out Pokemon on every single one. $285, $286. Yeah, the number's going down, so the bar should start reappearing right now. Oh, except it's 277. It's cut in half. The bar's only 144. So I want, well, adjusted value is 23, but then 23 is cut in half, so that's only 12. So I think I want, this is supposed to be 144. Duh. Forgot. No, not that button. Oh god, I don't even know what the fuck I just did with that. There we go. Now now the bars are coming back. Okay. So close to having it on that first go. Just put 288 instead of 144. 15, 16, which are the red colors. So now it should go away from uh-oh. And the red bar's filling up. I don't see anything though. This is tricky. It's been a while since we've had a like completely blank one. I'm all the way on the edge. Oh. What the fuck? It's actually not blank. I thought it was black, but it's brown. It's just a very dark brown. The fuck is this? Am I gonna find anything anywhere? Reset screen for Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Mike Tyson's Punch Out is actually not in here. That's not one of the games, as it turns out. This is crazy. There's like nothing on here. I don't know. Neo Geo, Breakers. Game Boy Advance Castlevania, Circle of the Moon, Catacomb. Why is there so much fucking blank space? What the fuck? Fucking 10 miles of brown. Castlevania. And yet you won, yeah, because you know it doesn't know what to do when there's only one player. Game Boy Advance, GBA, Castlevania, Circle of the Moon, Catacombs, Circle of the Moon's Catacombs. Hold up. I believe I can just. No, no, no. Take that. Highlight the brown ones. Move them into that folder. So that should be only brown ones. And then Game Boy Advance, Circle of the Moon, 0. So it's 0, 0, 1, 0, 2. Zero, 2, 1. 0, 2, 1. 2, 1, 0, 2, 1. Zero, 2, 1. There's still quite a bit of nothing, but I think this is actually black, not brown. So my code does have some failsafes for if there's a lot of black in an image, it won't spawn you like in the void. The problem was that brown, that it was actually brown and not black. Normally, when I've been making these, like, basically all I do is I have like the full image of the screen, and then the program, when I put it in, slices it up into little chunks, and if it sees something that's all black, it just gets rid of it. But also beforehand, normally I'm like editing the images so that any of the like huge color swaths are black. And then when it's like scanning through deciding where to randomly start everyone, it'll check, oh, is it like black, like completely like devoid of color, and it won't spawn you there because it assumes that is like a like an empty space that's like not gonna help the player. But I must have missed this one when I was like making this. That I might maybe I like when I was doing it I thought it was you know, I thought it was black and it really was brown instead. I wonder if any of the other Castlevania games are like that, or any of the other Circle of the Moon stages are like that. I mean, that yeah, this one is. This one also has a bunch of fucking just completely blank. This is actually like black too, I think. Yeah, it's not even brown. It literally just has a black image. We're just gonna fix these right now since we're here. Any of these ones that are jank. Jesus. It's like almost every single Circle of the Moon one had extra. There was only one stage I think that didn't have extra blank images, and it was because there was only one image in the folder. Like it was literally a single square wide stage. Freaking Circle of the Moon. Okay, where's our move count? This. I think we just like. I don't think it actually matters if that number goes above 288, but just in case, we'll have a failsafe. Or I should say, actually, it's going down, right? Wait, no, yeah, that number's going up. Yeah, so this would be 288, and then that would make this 0. 288 plus 1289 would be 144 and a half, but it's integered, so. And we can start back here. Is there any way, can I make it not declare me the winner easily? There you go. Now it'll fail safe that if there's only one player and there's no, wait, I always do that. I only wanted to do it if guess. Total livening players. Freeze player to other win. Player count equals, so if total player count is 2 or more, this will be true, or if total living players. Well, I guess this doesn't really, I don't even need this second clause either, right? That I don't need anymore. In this scenario, I'm just checking as I'm only doing that if total player count doesn't equal 1. Right. So then it's only going in here on 2 or more players. Otherwise, it's going in the other one. Right here. We can end stream playing around, chat. Hopefully. All right, what game is it, chat? What are we looking at? We got a truck, some barrels. They're all lit on fire. Contra? Don't think it's Contra. Welcome back, Hurt. Easily Chrono Cross. Fuck, I gotta fix that. Forgot there's two cross swords. I can't remember. This is that like side scrolling beat 'em up that's on Neo Geo, but I don't remember what game it is. Breakers? Robo Army? Robo Army Jungle? Oh, this is Ninja Warriors. What the fuck? Oh, okay, I was way off. God damn. There's a spot with those like barrels in that other game that I was like thought it was. That was your next guess. What's your guess over here? Ice stage with some spikes. There is not a lot here. I don't know if there's more out. Custer's Revenge? I don't think it's Custer's Revenge. Yeah, there's literally like nothing else, I think. I think it's too small for turtles, right? I'm like hella confused. This could be the single room in Castlevania. Sonic Advance? Mega Man 5 isn't one of the options. I also think none of the Mega Man stages are this small. All the stages show like all of the stage. No. because it doesn't count as moving. Like the arrow doesn't move. You don't actually move when you move to the edge of the screen. I'm gonna go with the Castlevania thing. I don't know if that's right. Ceremonial Cat Battle Chapel Eternal Corridor. Ninja 5-0? Never even played this game. Apparently it was Ninja 5-0. I was right with the Game Boy Advance, though. I knew it was Game Boy Advance or Super Nintendo. This one I think I know. Also, alright, so when you're doing guesses, you gotta guess. You can guess a console first to narrow it down. Super Nintendo, Nintendo, Neo Geo, Genesis, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance. Those are the only consoles. So it can't. Custer's Revenge is like an Atari game or something, right? So it can't be Custer's Revenge anyway. Super Mario Land. Is Super Mario Land one of the choices? Sorry, Super Mario Land is not a choice. Super Mario Land 2 is a choice. If you think it's Super Mario Land 2. And if you think it's Super Mario Land 2, your choices are Wario's Castle, Turtle Zone, Tree Zone, Space Zone, Pumpkin Zone, Mario Zone, or Macro Zone. Looks like a Turtles game. Well, I'm gonna tell you why. The reason it looks like a Turtles game is because it is. It 100% is fucking Fall of the Foot Clan, and this is stage 1. Alright, what is it? Based on the flower. It's Pikachu? You think this is Pokemon? Pokemon's in the list. It could be Pokemon. Bulbasaur locking it in. Pretty sure it's not. Doesn't look right for Pokemon. What the? This is a bit. What is this right now? Big ass Robo Man coming down there's like a 96. I actually think you might be on the right track with Street Fighter, but it's not Street Fighter. I think it is a fighting game, but not Street Fighter. Battle Clash is not an option. And it's 96, so I'm assuming it's a Neo Geo game. Since it had 96 on the thing. World Heroes, maybe? Voltage Fighters. It is a giant robot in the background. Am I reading too deep into the name? Yeah, a lot of the Neo Geo games, I'm pretty good with like the older stuff, but like a lot of the Neo Geo games, I don't know very well. And like almost all of the Neo Geo games are fighting games, so they all look exactly the same to me. It's like 70% of them are fighting games, maybe more. And then there's like three Metal Slug games, and each Metal Slug game looks exactly the same too. Let's say Gao Kaiser's stage. Ah, it was Waku Waku 7. Damn you, Waku Waku 7. Downtown. Oh, that was like just the fucking head. Did not know that was just the head of the robot. Up and a down arrow on a cloud. We got some waves. An M. What are you guys thinking here? I think we might got a correct guess here. Surely it has to be round 1, right? It has like symbols and shit on it. Unless that maybe they just added those. Going with round 1. Area 8, round 2. I guess not. I guess they must have added those. Those must just be added by whoever was making the image. I was going off of the rocks. All right, who's got the guess? What is this pattern? We got Amazing Spider-Man, Bart's Escape from Camp Deadly, which is cut off there, Bomberman 3, Castlevania The Adventure, Darkwing Duck, Final Fantasy Adventure, Final Fantasy Legend, Gradius, Itchy and Scratchy and Miniature Golf, Kirby's Dream Land, Mega Man, Ninja Gaiden Shadow, Operation C, Pokemon Red, Green, Blue. Quarth, Roland's Curse, Super Mario Land 2, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, Ultraman, Wario Land, Yogi Bear's Gold Rush, Zelda, or Zool. And it's one of those. Dr. Mario is not one of the options. I don't think it's Super Mario. Mega Man? I don't know. Where would this? I feel like it's. I don't know. Not sure about Mega Man either. Pokemon, maybe, because this could be like some kind of texture, like off the side of a town or something, right? It's Super Mario Land 2, so that's why I think it's not that. It's not Super Mario Land 1. Super Mario Land 2. And I feel like there's not this like kind of repeating pattern stuff going on the edge of maps. Maybe Pokemon though? Because Pokemon is all just like route things, right? So this could be like the fucking grass outside of like the edge of a map that repeats like just forever off the side of the screen that you never see. I don't think it's Bomberman because I think all the Bomberman ones are like encapsulated levels. Could be kind of the same thing as Pokemon except with Final Fantasy Adventure or Legend. Yeah, I kind of don't think that either. That's why I didn't just lock it in immediately. Which direction do you want me to move? Up, down, or left? I'm going to move one time. Move right? Don't. I'll do it, Josh. I'll move right off the edge of this screen. Gee, I wonder what it is. I told you it's one of those fucking things that are outside of the edge of the map. All right, 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, or 25. Name that route. Actually, I don't even know the fucking routes. I'm just like, can I even picture like the routes in my head? The only one I know is like the one right at the beginning of the game. We won Route 5! Lelouch is a genius! God damn. Green leaves. A lot of green leaves. Oh, I know what this is. Do you guys know what it is? Yeah, it is indeed Secret of Mana. This is Moogle Village. I have Moogle Village. That is. What the fuck? What are we doing? What's going on right now? What the fuck is this? We got a door. Yep. There's some kind of face on the back wall. And I think that's it. I think it's just that section down there, because I don't see anything going down to the bottom. I'm kind of thinking Game Boy Advance. This might be that same Ninja 5.0 game. Secret Base Stage 2? Just because, I mean, there's like, you know, barrels with skulls on it. Then that's where you keep all your secrets in the barrels with skulls. Ah, it was Bruce Lee. It was Game Boy Advance, though. I could kind of tell. So the on Game Boy Advance games, they really like to have those really tiny pixels, like images, like where it would be like just like a couple pixels big. Hatch pattern? Wily's Fortress. Got him. God, that's a long ass stage. The fuck am I looking at right now? Well, luckily I just played through like all of fucking the Mega Man Game Boy games not too long ago. It's Castlevania? I don't think Shinobi is an option. Yeah, Shinobi is not an option. Actually, Castlevania is not an option either. I don't even know what. I don't even know my own fucking game. Yeah. What the fuck? What was that 3 though? I don't. Is it fucking Ninja Gaiden? I feel like it looks like Ninja Gaiden type stage, but it's all like janky. Yonoid. God damn it, Yonoid. Impossible fucking guess. This one's not looking too hot either, to be honest. Oh, wait, what was that? I should know this. Is the gem from High Seas Havoc? I feel like that's not right. Restar, High Seas Havoc. Let's go High Seas Havoc. Oh, I don't like any of those stages. Let's go. Let's see what a restart has to offer me. Planet Flora? Oh, it's Jungle Book, you son of a bitch. Fucking hell. Forgot the Jungle Book has those fucking diamond things too. Game's too hard. Oh, do you guys know what it is? I got it already. Can you figure it out from just this? Is this too little information? It's not Pokemon. I bet if I moved around enough, people would be able to get this. See if I can find one of them. Jack got it, yeah. It is indeed Gauntlet. I was trying to find an exit because I was like, if someone sees an exit, it's like, yeah, see, it's like when you see that, it's like it's a dead fucking giveaway. Zip. These are medium range rooms. God damn, I'm so good. All right, last one, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Whatever this is. This is the edge of the map. I can't go left right now. Oh, I think I know what it is from this. I lied. I don't know what it is from this because that's not an option. God damn. Yeah, it has to be Kid Icarus, right? I don't think any of these other options work. 2-1. Ah, 1-3. Fuck. But yeah. So that's that. Advance Wars. Um So on Saturday we'll probably try and I don't know what all we're gonna do. We'll probably try and fix the I don't even know how often it does it. I feel like it hasn't been doing it that often here. Where like there's a break in the like image when it zooms out. Maybe whatever I was doing today kind of fixed that. There's one. You can see like a little slash, but like I'd like that not to happen if I can avoid that. I think that's happening because of the like floating point stuff I'm doing when I'm like adjusting the size. And so things are being off. Like one's just a little short, and the other one like starts a little bit further than it's supposed to because of like, you know, small fractions. Uh, I guess after that, I don't know. Maybe I try and make a better background for the user's like actual like HUD box. I don't really know what else I can really improve other than just like adding more games to it. Oh, see, this one has a lot of those freaking lines where they don't meet up side by side. But yeah, so that's what we'll probably try and do on Saturday. Other than that, though, I think I did good today. So if you didn't know, today we started with this, like these logos for the consoles. These I did not have in to begin with. They all just looked the same way these looked, which I mean is okay. It gets across the information you need, but it's not great. So I think that helped a lot. I'm kind of like, man, it'd be nice to have nicer looking things for the stages and stuff too. If it's PC, fraction are all right, but you gotta use a long or something versus a floating point. Well, long isn't a fraction. But I'm pretty sure that's what's causing it anyway. Because the values I'm working with are very like tiny values when they get like expanded out. So I'm sure there's just like weird rounding errors, especially because I'm using a float and not a double. So there's probably less wiggle room with tiny fractions. But we'll see. We'll see what that's all about on Sunday. I'll actually like look into it and see what it is. But yes, not Sunday. Sorry, Saturday. Saturday. Sundays there's no stream. At least not this Sunday. Do you mean you definitely mean an integer, not a constant either. But I do know what you mean. Step heavy. Crash. It's River City Ransom. We're gonna go ahead and toss you guys over to Zebra. I don't have any programming streams to toss you guys to. I do actually follow a couple people who do programming, but they're not live right now. Because, you know, they don't go live at ungodly hours. Yeah, because they ripped it straight from River City Ransom. Fun looking game, keep it in working. Well, it's not gonna ever just become not working randomly. So, but I don't plan to make any like major changes to it, to be honest. I literally just use it for the charity marathons pretty much, because I don't really own any of the assets or anything, so it's not like I can sell it or anything. Which is unfortunate, because I do think it's a great idea, but I should learn C++ maybe next lifetime. I mean, just learn it. You don't have to wait for your next lifetime. Some programs will change one thing, you'll look back and the whole thing is reprogrammed to find the mistake. I mean, this is mine, so nobody else is ever gonna program anything in here. Unless I'm some programmers, which is entirely possible. But yeah, as usual, things with bits, tips, ratings, views, subs, follows. Like I said, go check out Zebra. He's played Dark Souls. He's actually in the charity marathon. He'll probably be playing Retro Guessr with me during the charity marathon. But yeah, other than that, you guys have a great night. We'll be back tomorrow. We're going to try and finish up the second half of DKC2 derusting. And yeah, I'll catch us all next time.